Okay, so we have seen the type of scaling, right? So we know what is scalability, property of a system, right? To what? Grow, right? How a system can grow. When we add some resource, it will become bigger. So that is scaling. So we have looked at horizontal and vertical scaling. Right? So horizontal scaling and vertical scaling. So under horizontal scaling, we learned about scaling out and scaling in. Then vertical scaling, scaling up, scaling down. When we talk about vertical scaling, we talk about only one machine, right? Only one system. When we talk about horizontal scaling, we talk about addition of more nodes, right, to the existing system. We keep on adding some particular node, couple of nodes we add. One was there, we added two more, then it became 3 nodes now. So this application will be now running on 3 instances. That is scaling out, right? Making things bigger. Scaling in means removing instances. So based on that, let's look at EC2 vertical scaling overview. So let's go back to the EC2, right? Here, EC2, go to instances. You see your instances here, correct? Fine. You are there in the EC2 console in under instances. You see your running instance there. Tell me.
Yes.
It's stopped now. We need to start.
It is stopped. No need to start. No need to start. Just keep it stopped only. No problem.
Mine is
stopped,
running.
yours is running. Keep it running. No
Then
problem.
I'm there.
Let it be how it is. Let it be like that. So now you have this instance, this particular instance, right? Instance type is what? T2 micro, right? T2
Yeah,
micro.
correct.
Yeah. So this T2 micro, right? And we have different instance, another instance types also. Correct? No. So here it is T2 micro. Now, if you just let it be there. If you just go to this instance, this action menu, Dharma, you also go. Yours is stopped, right? So you also go there.
Yeah.
Now you see instance settings.
Settings.
So now for me and for Nataras, it should be like this.
Yes.
All these options should be there.
Yes.
Now for Dharma, he will also have option to change instance type. Is that there?
Yes. It's
Change
enabled.
instance type option is
Change
there?
termination production. Yes.
Yeah. So why it is not there for us, Nataras?
Because we are already running, right?
Because
It's
it's already
running. So
Yeah.
while running, we cannot change the instance type.
Correct.
So if we just shut down our machine, say like, let me shut down my machine. You can keep it running, no problem. You just see the demo.
Yeah.
I'm stopping this instance. Right. It's still saying it is running. So let's see what is going on. Just selected instance state, stop instance, stop, successfully stopped. Now it says successfully stopped, stopping here. Okay, so now my system is stopping. Stopped. Okay. Now you just select it, go to instance state, Where is that option? No, here, action. Go to instance, settings, change instance type. You see now? That became active.
Yes.
Now, if I click on this, here it says instance type T2 micro, right? Here drop down is there. You have option here to change it, correct?
Yeah.
So in place of T2
Hmm.
micro, I can choose some T3 large, my choice, no?
Yes.
I can choose T2 nano, I can choose T2 small, T2 large, extra large, T3 something. So whatever I wish, I can change to that particular instance type, right? So I have choice. I say like C4 double XL, or if I say like some other type, it will change to that. It will become C4. You see a lot of options. Right? T2 extra large, T2 nano, T2 medium. See, T2 medium if I choose. And if I say apply, now you see what happened. Instance type
T2 medium.
T2 medium, right? So now, what is the difference? T2 micro, T2 medium.
Micro means it's too
I
small.
think
Medium means it's a size.
it
So
will
what
be
is the actual difference?
Space.
Space or something else?
I think that maybe that space and the performance. I think all the stuff included.
Yeah.
Lot of things, right?
Yes.
Like what we, yeah, a lot of things.
See, T2 micro, T2 medium.
Medium, medium. Hmm.
That one.
Yeah,
And
memory
this one
GB is
is T2
increased.
medium.
Micro is 1 GB, this is 4 GB. Yeah.
You see, vCPU in T2 micro was only 1. Now it became 2, correct?
Yeah.
Memory was only 1 GB.
Memory is
Now memory is 4 GB, correct? Tell me,
Yes.
what kind of scaling is this? From T2 micro, I have changed my instance type to T2 medium. What kind of scaling is that? vCPU
it's for
became
the
2.
same thing. I think
2.
yeah, we
Yeah.
have only one
VCPs are
instance
2.
for the particular
Memory is 4.
for the particular
No,
yeah
no,
for a
no.
particular instance.
One word answer I want. One word answer. See,
Yeah, for particular instance, we are increasing the resources.
Memory also we increased.
yes.
CPUs also we increased.
Yes. So what did we do in one word?
Performance.
What kind of
Scale up,
scaling?
vertical scaling.
Vertical scaling. Did we do
Yes.
scale up or scale down?
Scale
Scale
up.
up.
Natraj.
Up. Scale up.
Yes. Yes. Scale in, scale out, scale up, scale down. Which one we have done? One more time.
Scale up.
Scale up, vertical scale up.
Vertical scale up.
You simply say scale up means vertical only it will be. See, up means
Yeah.
vertical
Okay.
only, right?
Yes.
So we have scaled it up. Correct, no?
So these are the reserved weights in Amazon terminology. Harish, the scale out, scale in, scale up, scale
It's
down.
not only the Amazon terminology, it's like no general no concept in
General,
cloud we can say, or
okay.
not out of cloud also. If you say, we can say scale up or scale down in general term also. For business also, when you just start one small business, right? You are operating in one particular, you have only one outlet, and then now you are opening multiple branches of your business and multiple outlets and all. So you are saying, I am scaling up my business, correct? Like that, this scaling terminology we use,
Yes.
right? So we are growing. It means we are growing. So scaling is no kind of growing. So here in cloud we say like this: scale in, scale out, scale up, scale down. So 4 terminologies. So how we say scale here? It is in the same instance in single node. We are increasing the resource, means we are scaling up. Now what I will do? I will go to my instances. I'll go to instance state, and if I start, it will start with the more CPUs and more memory, right? But if I just go to instance setting now, I say change instance type. Again, I go back, I choose T2 micro. Now it was medium. From medium, now I am thinking I'm going to T2 micro one more time because that's the only thing free, right? So if I say T2 micro, now what did I do? Scale up,
Scale down.
scale down, scale in, scale out.
Yeah, down.
Scale down.
Scale down.
No? Yeah. So now you are very much comfortable. I am very sure about the scaling terminology. So scale up, whenever it asks you scale out, scale in, scale up, scale down. So all those things you will never get confused. So now this is scaling down. So we have scaled down. So this is one option through which we can do vertical scaling for EC2 instance. So this is just like just for explaining things. I have shown you how we can do EC2 vertical scaling. So this is one option. Apart from this, can you suggest me another option?
Sorry.
Can you scale? Can you just suggest me another option for scaling, vertical scaling for EC2 instance?
Okay.
Any other? Just think and tell me. Any other idea? I want to do vertical scaling for my EC2 instance.
Okay.
Scale up my T2
Up.
micro.
Okay.
I want to
Go
scale
to
up.
actions.
Tell me.
Actions.
Actions. No, that's the same thing you are telling, right?
Yeah.
Not same thing. Different approach.
Okay. Okay. AMIs, I guess.
Yes. Go to AMIs.
Yeah. Select actions.
Say launch. No.
Okay.
Say launch.
Yeah. Here we can change the instance type.
Choose T2 medium, no?
Yeah.
While launching.
Yeah.
But it will be our same instance, no?
Yes.
Exactly the same thing, no? AMI is same thing, no?
Yes.
So either you bring down your machine, bring down your instance, and do that changes in the same one, or while launching you change that type. So you launch another copy of it, let that run. Okay, let that run without stopping that. You already have AMI. From that AMI you launch a fresh instance. So when you are launching a fresh instance, that time the second step, change the instance type, then go and configure remaining things as it is, how it was earlier, right? Like that you can do, right? So that was another option, correct? So you launch a new instance, right, from the AMI of the existing instance. Later you can bring that up, you can bring this down, right?
Yep.
That's it. So that is another option. So that was about EC2 vertical scaling. EBS volume, can you do scaling?
Yeah.
EBS volume. Where is the volume? Under EBS, correct? How we can do that? What is the meaning of scaling here? What all things we can do? We can increase the size, right?
Yes, we can increase the size.
Right. So what we can do, say like this one, 1 GB volume
1 GB.
is there.
Yes.
So if I want to do something with this, right? So what I can do? Where should I go? Action only, right?
Yeah.
Action.
Modify volume.
Yes.
Modify volume.
So
Yes.
we can increase the size 1 to 2.
2 GB.
Yeah, this is 1 GB.
Yeah.
I can make
Volume
it 2
type.
GB. Yeah.
Volume type.
Volume type is GP2 only.
Yeah.
I'm
Okay.
just
Yeah.
increasing the size to
Size.
2.
Yeah.
I'm saying modify.
Yeah.
It says, are you
Yes.
sure you want to modify volume? It may take some time for performance changes to take full effect. You may need to extend the OS file system on the volume to use any newly allocated space. Learn more about resizing EBS volume on Linux or Windows machine. Right? So whatever volume, that hard disk will become bigger than whatever partition we had created, right? So that partition we had taken the entire 1 GB. Now 1 more GB will be available there, right? So we have to create another partition, right? Or we have to what? We have to extend the existing LV, the logical volume, right? We have to extend our file system also so that we can put our data there. So that is the OS administration part. Whether it is Windows or Linux depends on that. So how we are going to make the file system or extend the file system. Now that is an option where you can just do that. But you also saw another option, right? So now about the performance. See, GP2 was there. Now you have GP3, you have SSD, IO1. You say like I want IO1.
Mm.
What does it say? Minimum of 4 GB, maximum is 16 terabyte. So minimum of 4 GB it should be. It cannot be 1 GB, 2 GB. This is like no performance. Now maximum ratio of 50:1, right? So maximum ratio should be 50:1. So like I want 5 GB. Okay. Then what should be the value here for IO per second? This is provisioned, right? So provisioned means here we'll have some IOPS. So how much will be the minimum IOPS? 100, maximum 64,000 IO per second. Now maximum ratio can be 50:1, right? So if this is 1, this can be 50. If this is 5, what will it be? 250?
Oops.
Correct, no?
Yep.
What if I make it 200? Possible, right?
Mm.
If I just make it 100, possible, right?
Yeah.
If I make it 99, is it possible?
No.
If I make it 251, is it possible?
Yes.
No.
No ratio. Yeah. Sorry.
Correct. So it can be 250. So IO per second for 5 GB IOPS, this provisioned IOPS IO1, it can be 250 IOPS maximum for 5 GB. If you increase this to 10, what will it be? It can go up to 500. But this IO, right, cannot be 501. That ratio should be maintained. So maximum of 500 it can become. Getting it?
Yeah.
If I say modify, right, what will happen? That size, that type and all.
It will modify.
Just clicked on modify. It says, are you sure you want to modify?
Yes.
It may take some time, right? And you may need to extend the file system also because size also you have increased. Performance will also increase. So when we go and do vertical scaling for EBS, we can increase the volume size. We can change the volume type. We can adjust the performance of the storage, right? We can change that performance IO per second value also can be changed. So that was just small demo about how we do we can do that vertical scaling. As you understood what is vertical scaling, right?
Yeah.
Now we have a very good concept, right, of VPC, that is Amazon Virtual Private Cloud, right? So it's a virtual network, VPC, right? So let's look at VPC, then we'll look at subnet, route table, VPC pairing and all. So just look at this VPC. This is logically isolated network. Logically isolated network, virtual private cloud. So you have the entire AWS. In the entire AWS, you create your own VPC. We launch our own resources within our VPC, right? So you have your own VPC. I have my own VPC, right?
Yes.
Is my VPC communicating with your VPC?
No.
So by default, it's not communicating. There is no relation between your VPC and my VPC. All are logically isolated. My network is different. Your network is different, right? So this is kind of logically isolated network, this VPC, right? So by default, whenever we launched our instance, right? So what happened whenever we created our account, AWS account, right? So in Mumbai region, we got one VPC, correct? In another region like Ohio region, we got our VPC, correct? Getting it? Hello? Listening?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So by
Yes,
default,
yes.
what happens when we create our AWS account, right? One VPC will get created per region by default. Okay. Now we are simply going in Mumbai region and launching one instance. We are going in Ohio region. We are launching another instance, right? So by default, one VPC will get created in one region of this AWS. We can create more VPCs based on our requirement, right? So there will be some soft limit, right, of 5 VPC or something. But if you want more than that, you have to submit some ticket to AWS. They will, based on the requirement, they will increase it. Okay, so you can create more VPCs, as many you wish. So VPC you created. Now you see something more than that within the VPC. So within that VPC, you see subnet, right? So within that VPC, you have something called subnet, segment of a VPC's IP address range. So this VPC will have a particular range of IP address. Now this subnet will be a particular segment, subnetwork, subnet. So this is part of that network. This is part of that network. This is segment of that network. So this is the smaller network within that bigger network. Understand like that. So VPC, only creating VPC is not sufficient. We also need to break it down into different subnets, right? So you see here you have default subnet 1, default subnet 2, right? And you have availability zone A, you have availability zone B, right? You have default VPC. So this is VPC. Within that you have one subnet and you have another subnet. Now here you see this is availability zone A and this is availability zone B. In one, this availability zone is mapped to this subnet. This availability zone is mapped to this subnet. So can you recall, I was, while creating that EFS thing, I was telling you, there is a mapping between the subnet and the availability zone. We were creating that security groups and all were there for different places while creating that EFS thing.
Yeah.
We had deleted that. You remember?
Mm.
So there is one-to-one mapping between the availability zone and the subnet. So one particular subnet is associated with one particular availability zone. So just think of availability zone as a subnet, right? And VPC is a bigger concept which will have 3 or more availability zones, right? 2, 3 availability zones, 4, 5, 6 availability zones are there. In some Mumbai region, 3 availability zones are there. Means 3 different subnets will be there, right? So like that. In I think in what it's called California, right? You will have 6 availability zones. So just check that. So how many availability zones are there? So when we launched our EC2 instance, we launched in a particular subnet. Okay, now I'll just remind you. Do you remember when we were launching our instance, it was asking you want to launch it in 1A or 1B or 1C? Do you remember?
Yes.
Yeah, that's the region.
Yes, just see here, if you just go to your EC2 instance as of now, you see this instance, not the running instance, some normal instance is there. So if you just go to this instance, where it is, you see subnet ID is there, no? Some subnet is there, right? And private I will EP South 1. Which availability zone is this? Where do I see? Tell me.
AP South 1B.
AP South 1B. In the availability
AP South?
zone. Yes. Yes.
Okay, good. So this is in AP South 1B. So it's not in C or A. So your volume will also be in that only 1B.
Yeah.
Then only you can attach
1B.
that.
Yes.
1B. So your instance is there in 1B, right? And your volume is also there in 1B, right? So now this particular subnet ID is associated with this particular availability zone. So one subnet, so there should be, if there are 3 availability zones, that means there should be 3 subnets by default created. So 3 subnets and 3 availability zones, right? Now the subnet is segment of a VPC's IP address range. Right? What is the benefit of subnet? It gives us further isolation, right? We had VPC earlier. We had like entire AWS cloud. In that, this VPC, right, has given us some kind of isolation, right? Within that VPC, we have different subnets. Those subnets will also give us some isolation, further isolation, right? Some kind of application or some kind of database or some kind of server you want to run in one particular subnet. Another one you want to make it more secure, right? You don't want to give any public access or something to some particular subnet, right? So you run that in a different subnet. You run database here. You run that application here. So it's up to you. So how you are defining your workload, right? So we can also about the reliability pillar you remember, right? Resiliency, reliability pillar. So I had told you initially, like well architected framework. So just revise that one more time, right? So well architected framework, you remember that reliability pillar, right? So reliability pillar, what happens? You are running one system here, you may be running that same system here in different availability zone as well. If this system goes down, at least one system is running in a different availability zone. This particular availability zone is gone completely, then your system is running out of another availability zone, right? So we do a duplication of our workload in different availability zones. So we get high availability, right? One system here, another system here, copy, same copy. So that is redundancy, right? So that is related to reliability of your framework, reliability of your architecture, right? So what is the benefit? Better security, right? and fault tolerance. Different tiers you will be running your applications. So different type of security you can define here. Somebody will have access here, somebody will not have access here. So that security part, and then the fault tolerance part, the reliability and redundancy part, that you can take care. Right? So you can have private subnet and you can have public subnet. Right? So private subnet means no external connection. Nobody from outside the world can access your system. Right? So no external connection. That will be private subnet. Another one which can be public subnet. Right? Public subnet means access to internet. Now there will be some concept of route table. So first you have VPC, part of it would be subnet, and then there will be route table. Each subnet, right, must be associated with a route table, right? So there should be some, there is one main route table here, you see. So what route table will specify? Where the traffic has to flow. Okay, so route table, where can traffic flow to? Right? So your network traffic has to go somewhere, right? Where it can go will be defined by a route table, right? So what it will contain? It will contain the routes. It will contain the routes that will be allowed, right, for the traffic, correct, which is going out. The traffic which is going out from your particular subnet, right? So where that can go, right? Your traffic can go out of your subnet. Where it can go, that will be controlled by a route table. Understood? So this main route table will be there by default. Whenever you are getting one VPC, you know, when you are creating your account, you get one VPC. So that time you get all the subnets and main route table also, right? Now it will be controlling the routing for all the subnets, right, which doesn't have any separate dedicated route table association. So by default, the main route table will be the default one, right? So this will be taking care of all the subnets which doesn't have special route table configured with it. No route table is associated with this, means main route table will be used there, right? Now there will be subnet route table. Route table will be associated with the subnet, right? Now you see here internet gateway, right? So there can be internet gateway route table. Destination, target. Destination means what? Tell me. Destination means? Nataras?
Reaching point, right?
Yeah, Dharma. Destination means the reaching point, correct. So the range of IP address, where you want your traffic to go, that is your destination. Now, what is the here 0000 means what? Internet. Okay, so 0000 means internet. Now, what is the
There is
target?
no specification. It's
Everything here 0000 means everything. Anywhere it will go. To the internet it will go. Yeah. But this will be only limited to that particular IP address range. Target means what? You see here local IGWID. There is some IGWID. So what is that target? Target, meaning of target? Gateway, right?
Yeah.
Kind of interface or some kind of connection through which to send the traffic. How to send the traffic? Through which interface? Through which gateway?
Gateway.
right? Through which connection? How to send the traffic? Through which? No? Through which gateway it should go? Through this local or through this IGW, right? So
Yeah.
this is internet gateway, right? So through internet gateway, it will go to internet, it will go anywhere through the internet gateway. So that is mentioned here. But
Yeah.
through this local one, it will go to this particular destination only, right?
Yeah.
So local route means what? Default route for communication within the VPC. Local means within the VPC, not outside. Right?
Okay. Yeah.
Route table. So just remember VPC, subnet, route table. Logically isolated network, segment of a VPC's IP address range, route table, where can traffic flow from subnet to, right? So there is a concept of VPC pairing. So before we go to VPC pairing, better we see VPC, right? So let's go to this one, VPC dashboard.
Okay.
Go to this VPC dashboard. Like this screen will come. Just tell me once you are there.
Yeah.
Dharma, you also confirm. Dharma, speaking in mute. Dharma, you are there?
Dharma is on mute.
Dharma, please confirm. Yeah, I think he has again some.
Sir,
He'll say
2
2
minutes, sir.
minutes.
There is an urgent call.
Sure.
Sir. I'll
Sure.
come back. 2 minutes, please.
Yeah, yeah. No problem. I'll just pause it. Fine. So to this screen here,
Yeah.
VPC dashboard. Click on your
Yeah.
VPCs.
Yes.
Now here you have option to see one
Yeah.
VPC by default there. You have option to click on create VPC. You click on create VPC, right? You can give name, some particular name to your VPC, right? So I'll again choose my VPC 2, my VPC 2 hyphen DEC. I'll just say. Now I'll say IPv4 CIDR block. So it is asking for CIDR block. So what is CIDR block? Classless interdomain routing, CIDR. So I'll explain you about CIDR, right, in some time. So for now, you just see some example is given 10.0.0.0 like that /24, some option is there, right? So I just say 11.0.0.0/16. Okay.
I can give the same, or I can give
You can give the same. It is your VPC only, right?
Yeah.
My VPC is different, yours is different.
Yes.
It's your own network, whatever you wish, you can do in that. Now just choose 11.0.0.0/16. So that is your CIDR block. Just click on info, it will just show you here. You must specify an IPv4 address range for your VPC. Specify the IPv4 address range as a classless interdomain routing block. For example, like this. A CIDR block size must be between /16 netmask and /28 netmask.
Yeah, please, sir.
Between these two only you should choose. These people have done the restriction. So this is huge. /16 and /28, between that, it will be big IP range. /16 will give you huge range of IP address. Okay.
Yeah.
So some 65,000 or some IP address will come. So that is too much. Now tenancy. You can keep the same tenancy. Right. So tenancy. can be dedicated. It will be on dedicated. No, you'll get dedicated machines and all. That we don't want. We want default, the shared one, right?
Yep.
So this one now. What all option? Tags. Some tag is there, right?
Yeah.
You want to give some tag, you can just add some tag. Just give already there, no?
Yeah.
Give it. So already name this. This will come as we have given that name there. So this came. I just click on create VPC. Nothing else. So
Yeah, successfully.
just go to this your VPC. You'll see one more VPC created. So
Yeah.
one was default, and now you have another one, fresh one, that is 11.0.0.0/16. This was something else. You saw this?
Yep.
Right. So like this, we create the VPC. Right. Now, what next? What we can do next?
We have to do the subnet. We have to.
Yeah, correct. So you remember it. So you see a DHCP option set, route table, network ACL, right? Different things are there. So this network ACL, think of no similar to that, no? We will be discussing all this. So similar to security group. So it will be now you have DHCP, you know DHCP, dynamic host configuration protocol. So here you will have options. Okay. So for DHCP options, what kind of option you want for that? Some route table and all, right?
Yep.
Right. So what we can do, we can go for, you just see this route also.
Yeah.
Just click on this route table.
I think it's taken default.
Anything is there?
I think it's
Routes, something is there, local one, right?
yeah.
Local is for what? Within the VPC.
Yeah.
Whatever traffic will be moving to VPC, that one. Subnet association, nothing. No subnet is there only, right?
Yeah.
So what we can do here, we can do some kind of route. We can do some kind of edit route, correct? No, we can edit it like this, no? Edit route. You see, you can add route here, no more routes, correct? So if you want to make it public, you can add some internet gateway here. You have to configure the routing for that. So we'll come back, right? And we'll add some route here. Here this is added, right? So in this it is added here. Right. So you have option for create route table. See this? Create fresh route table. Can you remember? Can you recall?
Yeah.
Tell me.
Create route table.
You have option, no, for creating route table.
Yeah.
So separate route table. By default, something is there. You have separate route table option. So you can create some separate route table, right?
Yes.
So that option is there. Before that, just go to subnet. Before route table, let's go to subnet. There are 3 subnets.
Yeah, correct.
So these subnets are associated with which VPC? The default one, right?
Yeah.
So if I just say create subnet, it is asking for VPC ID.
Yes.
So this is fresh one.
Yes, correct.
If I choose this, it is giving that IPv4 CIDR block address, subnet settings, subnet 1 of 1. I can give some name here. So what we had created, VPC2 we had created, no? So VPC2-DEC hyphen. Now I can say what?
Sub 1.
Subnet 1 or sub 1, yes. Say sub 1. Right now?
Yes.
Now you just think what I had told initially. There will be one-to-one mapping between the subnet and the availability zone.
Correct.
So see, three options are there. So
Yes.
this particular subnet, you want to map with 1A or 1B or 1C. I say I want to map with 1A. Okay. So subnet 1 will be mapped to subnet 1A. This availability zone 1A. Now IPv4 CIDR block range it is asking. Understood? So it should be part of the bigger CIDR block that we had mentioned. So our CIDR block was 11.0.0.0/16, right?
Yes. Yes.
Out of this, either you can take all the addresses if you don't want more subnets. You want entire VPCs, all the IP address to be assigned to this subnet only. You can assign all the IP address, but that will make no sense. You want to create three different, separate, isolated subnet within this range. So if this is giving you some 65,000 IP address, right? You want say like 20,000 for different subnets, right? So you can divide it. You can choose some range within that range. Right? Say like for example, or you want some smaller one. So say like you want 11.0 dot. I say now 1 starting from 1.0/24. If I just say this one, right? What will happen? That was big range. This is just like 24. Right. So 24 means what? How many addresses? 256.
Yeah.
So starting from 11.0.1.0, 11.10.1.1, 11.0.1.2, 11.0.1.3 up to 255. 0 to 255. That will total 256 IP addresses. Right? If you choose this much, only 256 IP addresses will come. Okay. So just choose this and then you say name. This is there already. No new tag is required. Simply click on create subnet.
Yeah. Available
now. Our that particular subnet is here. So that is associated here with AP South 1A. Okay, so this availability zone is AP South 1A, right? How many IP addresses are there? 251.
251. Yeah.
So what happened? Few IP addresses are reserved for the maintenance purposes. Okay, so by default, useful IP addresses will be 254. Out of that 256, 0 and 255 will be kept. Now the remaining things, out of the remaining ones, what? 3 are taken. 3 are taken by Amazon for maintenance purpose. Yeah. So 3 plus 2, 5. 5 will be taken always. So 5 are taken here. If you just go to another subnet, you just see another one. Leave this one. Just go there and see 4090 are there. Okay, 4090. 4096 will come.
Harish,
Yeah,
I think Dharma called me, so he was unable to join, it seems. So
I think he's coming back. Yeah.
So it is telling that yeah, I think he's coming back.
Dharma, you are back?
He's not yet. It's still is connecting, I guess.
Okay. So what is happening here for our VPC, right?
Hello,
How many
Dharma?
IP addresses we allocated? 251. Dharma, you're back, right?
Yeah, I'm back, sir.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, so nothing. We created a subnet. Did you create a subnet? Just create a subnet. Go to subnet, click on create subnet, choose the VPC, the new VPC that we have created. Go to subnet setting. Give name. You have created VPC, Dharma?
Dharma, you there?
No, sir. No, sir.
Oh, okay. So
I'm creating right now. Sorry.
okay, no problem, no problem.
I know
Create-
suddenly the network also not connecting. I disconnected and rejoined again.
Okay, so you create a VPC first. Go to this your VPC.
Yeah.
Click on create VPC.
Yeah.
Give some name. My
Yeah.
VPC. My VPC 3, something like that. You give some name. Or no need of hyphen also. My VPC 3 hyphen something, some DEC.
IPv4 block. What do we choose?
Yeah. So you create some give some IPv4 some option, right? So choose some another range. 10 dot that was 11. This you can choose 12. But you can use 11. And meanwhile, you can also create Natras.
Yes, I created.
You create one more. You created only one, right?
Yes, now I'll create one more. VPC3.
Now you create 3. Dharma, what you do?
Yeah.
You create 2. Here you say 2. And here you say 12.0.0.0/16. Dharma, you said 11 in place of 12.
Okay.
Yeah, I created third VPC3.
Okay. So VPC3, I'm creating with 12 range. And Dharma is creating here YVPC2 with 11 range. Now tenancy default tag is already there. Just click on create VPC. VPC will be created. That is quick. Now just go to VPC. Just go to your
Tag, the
VPC.
same name is coming again. Name tag, okay.
Yeah, that is there. No need to do anything. Click on create.
Yeah.
So you will have VPC created here, VPC2. Now you create one more.
Okay.
Now you create another one with 12 range.
12 range, right? Okay.
Yeah. Let me know once done.
Yeah, you created 2. You need to create one more?
You created both?
I created 2. Yeah, 2 VPCs. One with 11 and other one with 12 range.
Yeah, 2 are enough. 2 are enough. Now you go to subnets.
Okay.
So in the subnet you will have 3.
Yeah, 3 already available. Yeah.
Default. Both all are default.
Yeah.
Now you have to create one more. So you have to click on create subnet. Now Nataraj, you can create the next one.
Yes.
So here you just
VPC
select
ID.
VPC 2, right?
But I have a name 1 and 2 like that. So I choose 1, na?
You choose 1.
Okay.
I choose
Now
3.
you can choose 2 only, Nataraj.
Okay, 2 only. Okay.
You have created 2 and 3, right, Nataraj?
Yes.
You choose 2.
Okay.
Now in the same one, you create one more subnet. So now Dharma is creating in my VPC 1, he is creating another subnet. So you can say, what was the name? My
VPC.
My VPC
2.
My VPC 2 hyphen DEC hyphen sub 2. Correct, no?
Yes.
So something like that. Give some subnet name, right? In the availability zone, we had
1B.
Dharma, you can choose 1A. So you choose 1B.
Yeah.
Natras.
Yeah.
Now you see, already you had allocated
Yes.
one particular range. So that was 11.0.1.0/24. This range you had already chosen.
Yes.
You cannot choose that again.
Okay.
Okay, so that will not happen. See, you had chosen
So
that,
it
then
should
you had
be
taken.
same as that one, or it should be different, right?
You choose this one only. Dharma, you choose this one only. So Natras,
Okay.
now what
Yes.
you do, you take the second, starting
Yeah.
from 2.
Yeah.
So starting from 2, so this will be another 251 IP addresses will be given. So if you just like this, you choose Dharma, click on create subnet.
I think we'll wait for to Dharma. Let him create for subnet 2 as well.
No problem. I'll just guide him.
I created first subnet. Yes.
So first subnet you created. You create one more subnet. Now this time
First, one more VPC. He has to create VPC 3 as well. He has to
he
create.
created. He created 2 VPCs already.
Okay. Okay.
So
So
now
I can use for I can create subnet for another VPC.
no, 2 VPC you have created, right? So now for VPC number 1, right? You have created one subnet already, right?
Yes. Yes. Right.
Now you create one more subnet for the same VPC. But now
Same
you
VPC.
give
Okay.
this range. In place of this 1, you give 2.
And availability zone 1B.
And availability zone, last time you had chosen 1A, this time you choose 1B. Perfect.
Wait a minute, sir. I'm doing.
Yeah. So meanwhile, what you do, Natras?
Yeah.
Go to create subnet.
1C.
Same thing. Now for VPC 3. Okay. Now you create VPC 3 hyphen DEC hyphen subnet 1. Okay. Availability zone is 1A.
Yeah.
IPv4 address. You have to choose in the 12 range, right? 12.0.1.0/24. Choose this one.
Yeah. Done, Harish.
Now you click on create subnet. Now you create one more subnet.
Yes. Yes.
Now you create for the 3, give some name VPC3 hyphen DEC hyphen subnet 2. Availability zone 1B. CIDR block 12.0.2.0/24. So I'll just show this screen to Dharma, then he will create exactly the same. So now Dharma, we have like this. Okay, so just look at this. I have sorted it. Just subnet my VPC2. I'll just rename this. See here. VPC2, 2 subnets. VPC3, 2 subnets. right? One with this 1.0/24, another is 2.0/24. This is 12, 0, 1, 0, and like this. So this, just take a look at these 4 things and create this dharma. Once it is ready, let me know.
So I need to create 2 more for the VPC group too. Okay.
Correct.
The 12 range. Okay.
Yeah. So now for 12 range, right? You create subnet for the another VPC, second VPC. Comfortable in creating VPC and subnets, right?
Yeah.
Good. Let me know.
So the availability zone, one for 1A and another one for 1B, like that I can choose, right?
Correct. Yeah.
Okay.
So you can notice that no availability zone is one availability zone will be mapped to one subnet, 1-to-1 mapping. Okay, we're good.
Yeah, doing so. 1 minute.
Yeah.
I think CID address overlaps with the existing subnet 12.0.0.16. What is this?
So that's what. So that CIDR block should be cannot be same. So if you're using here 1, here you have to use 2. This is done. These IPs are taken. 12.0.1.0.24 is taken. So
So I need to
now
use some other number, right?
you have to choose another series. Yeah.
Because you use it's not allowing, is it like that?
No. Nothing like that. I cannot use. This is private. This is private IP address. This is like in MySpace. This is not overlapping with your VPC. Your VPC is separate. My VPC is separate. Nothing to do with
Yeah,
my
but I
IP.
have created 2 subnets for with 11 series, and I created 1 subnet with 12 series, 12.0.0.
See, understand. You have only taken this 12.0.10/24. You have taken for one subnet. Same thing you cannot take for another subnet. You have to change it. You see here, you have changed it to 2.
I think I need to edit it.
Yeah, validate. Like, no, if you do mistake with this, then it will not allow. Just cross check. So this VPC we gave this block. This VPC we gave this block. From this we have taken this much.
Yeah, I am trying to edit it. It's not allowing me the subnet.
You recreate it, delete it. So it's allowing you from where to where, Natras?
Yes, it's allowing me.
/16 to /28, right?
24.
No, up to 28 it will allow. Like,
Yeah.
no, by default in AWS cloud, you can use netmask /16 or maximum up to /28, /16, /17, /18, /19, like that. You can use the CIDR block. Right? Okay. Done? You are done, Dharma? You can share your screen. I can help you.
Yeah. I'll share it. Yeah.
Yeah, that will be better. So let me.
If you stop it, I can share it. Yeah.
Yeah, let me make you host. You are the host, right? You can start sharing.
Yeah. You see me?
Yeah. So just go back, go up. Go up and understand. Just go up, scroll up.
That's it. It's over.
No, your screen is not moving for us. Remove that. That /16 you don't use. You just put, remove that.
The screen is not moving.
Go to the VPC main screen.
Yeah.
I think you have to reshare. It's not
I have
visible.
shared it.
No, it's not moving. You can stop and you can again share. Yeah, again you can reshare.
Yeah, visible.
Yeah, now I think it is coming up. Very good. Now it is coming. So you see, you have created subnet 1, VPC 2.
This one.
You are in the subnet. Create subnet 1, subnet 2, subnet 1, VPC 1, subnet 2, VPC 1. Okay, subnet 1, VPC 2. Okay, so just you have created 11.0.10/24, 11.0.20/24. So see, subnet 1 and 2 for VPC 1, you have created it correctly. Now, this what you have done is, you just understand, subnet 1 that you created, no, you have taken all the IP addresses, whatever was possible in your VPC, everything 65,000 IP addresses you have taken and given to subnet 1 only. Because 12.0.0/16 is the CIDR block that you have given to that subnet 1 of VPC 2. All IP addresses are gone now. Nothing remains. Understood? Nothing remains here. Everything is completely allocated. So you have to remove that also. That subnet 1 also you delete. Subnet 1 VPC 2 you delete. Like that. Go to action. The screen is not moving. Nataraj, you can see?
Not moving.
It's not moving.
Not moving. Okay, so you understood, right, the problem?
Yeah, yes. No, it's, I think this keep creating with 00 only.
No.
You can edit.
You just reshare your screen. I will guide you.
I don't know what is happening.
Yeah. So
you see my
successfully created. Why you created? You delete that.
I deleted one and I created again. So this is a VPC.
No. While creating, you are not choosing the right subnet. You select it. Select that subnet 1.
It's not moving, I guess.
Yeah, this one.
Oh, again the same problem, Dharma. Some network issue at your end looks like, Dharma. Yeah. See, you are not choosing the right range, Dharma. You are choosing the entire thing.
No, actually, I am choosing the
range. You are not specifying. You are giving everything. All IP you are assigning.
No, range I am giving it, but it's not taking it actually. That's what I want to say.
No. It will take. Just delete. Delete.
I am deleting this one. Okay. Delete, right? Delete subnet.
Again, your screen is not visible to me.
Wait, sir, I am deleting now.
See how you created the first two.
Yes, same thing I am following, but
no. You are missing that IP address range. You have to type it.
Yeah.
So while
okay, let me do. I created for VPC2 subnet 1. I am creating. So the range was 12.0.0/16.
No.
So now I type 12.
12. Yeah, just type. I will tell you. Type 12. 12.0.1.0/24.
But it but in the VPC it is 16. I have mentioned it. So it's incorrect, right?
How you can put same thing? VPC is 16 means that is a bigger range. If you use 16 here also, then everything will be gone, right, Dharma? I'll explain you. But now what you do, how you have done earlier, two subnets you have created with /24, right? Create it like that. I'll
Yeah.
explain you what is /24, what is /16. 12.0.1.0/24 you do.
Yeah, it's created now.
Okay, so now you create one more. Now you change the third octet.
So we need to get one more VPC subnet. Sorry.
One more subnet you create 12.0. So with which availability zone you have associated this one?
No, actually that there are two subnets for VPC1 and other two subnets for VPC2.
Which availability zone I'm asking?
1A or 1B? I think
one
he
is
didn't
for
give any
only and
preference.
I given for 1A and 1B both I have given.
Can you move your mouse? Is it moving? No. Difficult. I can't help. The screen is not visible.
Sir, VPC1 I created two subnet. One is pointing to 1A and other one is pointing to 1B.
VPC2 you created two subnets already?
Yeah, created, yes.
So now you have, do you have 4 subnets?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, perfect then. You have 4 subnets. Now, you can make me host. I'll just show you how, if it is same, you can just match. Can you stop sharing and make me host?
Yeah, I stopped it already. Yeah.
You have to make me host.
I think you can take it, right? Where to make it, sir? Enda? No.
Okay, no problem. I'll take it.
I stopped it actually.
No problem, no problem. You have to go to participant and make host. I have reclaimed my host, no problem. I am the host now, so let me share my screen, right? So I have shared my screen. Do you have something like this? 4 subnets?
Yes, yes.
Okay, perfect, perfect. So
Can you come to the availability zone? Availability zone, please.
Availability zone. I'll just show you. Here.
1A, 1B, 1A, 1B. Okay.
Okay. So
yeah, okay.
So something like that, right? So just like that, we have allocated this. Now just go to some say like VPC 2, say like this one. Select the first one, whatever subnet is there. Just select one subnet, VPC2 some DEC something, right? Just see, look at the details. Look at the details of the subnet. What all things are there? You have the available IPv4 addresses, 251. You have subnet ID. You have state is available. Some VPC name. Some CIDR block. Availability zone. Right? Auto assign public IPv4 address. No. Default subnet. No. Network ACL. Some ACL is created. auto assign IPv6, owner is there. So like that, a lot of things are there. You just select it. If you go to action menu, what all options you are having? You have option to delete the subnet. You have option to edit route table association, edit network ACL association, modify auto assign IP settings, create like that. Lot of options you are having, right? So if you just go to this modify auto assign IP setting, and here you see subnet auto assign IPv4, enable auto assign public IPv4 address. If you just select it, understood? What will happen? Tell me. If you choose this, what will happen?
I think every time that public, I think the IP will be changing every time.
Public IP will
Auto
be
assign
assigned.
public.
You see, whenever
Yeah,
you are
public IP will be
launching,
assigned. Yes.
yeah, whenever you are launching some EC2 instance, it was getting some of public IP assigned, right? See,
Yeah.
when we assigned that static IP and then when we deleted that static IP, it got another public IP assigned, right? Automatically. So
Yes.
like
Yes.
that, if you just enable this, so what will happen?
It should not.
That public IPv4 address will be associated, right? So that is the option to assign that public IPv4. That was for that. Then you can access that particular instance, right? If you do that,
How to come for this? Select.
you just select
Yeah.
any one subnet.
Yeah.
Go to the section menu,
Action.
modify auto assign IP
Modify.
setting.
Okay.
You can enable from here auto assign IPv4.
Okay, got it.
Okay. Now you have like modify this thing, lot of other options. Now here you see this other features. Lot of other features are there, right? Network.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we have VPCs. Go to VPCs. There you see something. See, two VPCs are there, right? 2 and 3, right? So few features will be associated with the VPC. Say like VPC 2 you have selected. Now you go to action menu. What all options are there? Related to VPC.
Create flow log, edit CDRs, edit TAC.
Yeah. So CIDR block, you want to modify, you have to modify for the VPC first, then you can modify for your subnet, not like that, not without that. Now you see here, edit CIDR block, edit TCP option set, edit DNS hostname, edit DNS resolution, manage tags, edit VPC, of options here. Just see edit DNS resolution.
Okay.
Click on that, edit that one. What does it say?
Enable.
Right. So here it is enabled. The DNS resolution is enabled. Otherwise, if this is not enabled, then DNS resolution will not happen, right?
Yes.
Right. If you just see in place of this, if you just choose some other option, edit DNS host name. What does it say? It is not enabled, right? DNS host name.
Yeah, it's not enabled.
What is the purpose? If you enable, then what will happen? Think. All these things are very logical. If I enable it,
It
then
will
what will
become
happen?
public DNS. Public DNS.
Indicates whether instances with public IP addresses get corresponding public DNS host name as well.
Yeah.
So a public address auto assign you have done, yes. This should also be enabled, right? So it will get some name also. I just enabled it. Right? So as soon as I enabled, now what will happen? Automatically one host name will be associated with our EC2 instances. Whenever we launch one EC2 instance in this particular VPC, what will happen? Name will also come along with public DNS. name will also come, IP will also come, name will also come, right? So otherwise that name will not come otherwise. Good, clear, getting it, understanding things?
Yeah.
Okay, so when we were launching that EC2 instance, right, we can decide if it is going to get a public IP or it is not going to get a public IP, right? Step one was what? When we were launching the EC2 instance, what was the step one? AMI
Instance.
selection, right?
Hmm.
Step one was AMI selection. What was step two?
Type. Instance type.
Instance type. What was step three? Configure instance.
Configure instance.
Yes. In this one, you have network here. You see here default VPC. Now my VPC2, my VPC3, all options are coming now, right?
Yes. Yes.
Correct. So here you choose say like VPC2. Now here you see subnet.
Yeah.
Now it says subnet. Which subnet? We have
VPC2.
chosen created only two subnets.
Yeah. Yes. Yes.
So we are getting two options. Whatever subnet was associated with whatever availability zone, that is also seen here, right?
Yeah.
Subnet 1 associated with South 1A, subnet 2 associated with AP South 1B. Dharma, you can relate? Dharma, please confirm.
Yes, sir. Yes, yes. Yeah,
Right.
I'm doing it. Yeah.
Yeah. So whatever VPC and subnet we created, no, just focus here. Nothing to do here. Just focus here. Just understand. Yeah. So this just to show you that there is one-to-one mapping here. So that is coming in effect. Whatever we have done now, how we can use it, we can see it here, right? So whatever number of IP addresses we have allocated, that is visible here. Now you see auto assign public IP. Just now, some time ago, we have done that. Use subnet setting, disable. You can, if you say enable, you say disable, whatever you can choose, or you can say use subnet setting. So here by default, what is coming? Disable, right?
Disable. Yeah.
So auto assign public IP is disabled here, just because in this we had that option, no, auto assign.
Yeah.
Where was that?
Edit. Yes. Yeah. Enable.
If I do, if I save here, what will happen?
There it will come.
My VPC subnet 1. Here, if I refresh, go back here, come back. You see, sometime it will become enable.
Yeah.
Understood?
Yeah.
So here I saved already, right? So here subnet successfully saved. Now subnet 1 again we will go and check. Auto assign. Where was that? Auto assign, edit, modify auto assign. Enable, right? It is already enabled here. So if I go there, let me go back. Let me come back. Meanwhile, it will come. EC2 instances launch. All things are related actually. Just select. Go to next. See here what happened.
Enable.
By default thing is enabled. But VPC 2 disabled. Subnet 1
Enable.
See, for subnet 2, it is subnet setting disable. For subnet 1, it is enable. See? So, whatever is set in the subnet, that is coming here, that is visible here, right?
Yeah.
For VPC2, subnet 2, we have not enabled that, so it will not come here. For VPC subnet 1, we have no enabled, so it will come as enabled. You see the relation?
Yes.
Everything is related here. What you are doing in that console, right? That will be useful to you later, right? So like that it works. Understood this auto assign IP setting completely,
Yeah.
right? You can do that.
Yes.
Right. So that is how it is. So all these concepts are there, right? Now we'll be using the other features anyways, we'll be using, right, in some time. So let's, already like no, too late. Maybe 1 minute, let me pause it. Okay, so here you just see what we have been looking at. We have been looking at this VPC. Within that VPC, we have subnet. Within that subnet, we have route table, right? So we have the route table, right? Within that, just you see the route table, right? So you have some route /16 local. So that is added, right? Edit route table association. You can here route table ID, right? Whatever, and that is, this is the route. So you don't have another route table, we have not created, right? So we have nothing. If we create more route table, then we will have a choice here to route it to connect it with another route. This is main route table only. So we're discussing about main route table and different route table, right? So see, this is main route table. You can create fresh route table and you can associate. So as and when we will be requiring, we will be adding, creating and adding different route table. Okay, so for now, what else we have? There is a concept called VPC peering, right? So what is VPC peering? Networking connection between two VPCs.
Yes.
Right. So Dharma, my VPC and your VPC both are totally disconnected, no relation. Okay.
Okay.
Now we want the communication to happen. We want the communication between your VPC and my VPC should happen. I have two VPCs. I can have communication between these two VPCs also if I wish. If I want your VPC to communicate with my VPC, that is also possible. So we can link VPCs directly together, right? Between different AWS account, my account and your account, within my own account, right? Or it may be between different regions also, right? Within same AWS region also. So all those connections are possible here. So this VPC peering is networking connection between two VPCs. Instances in either VPC can communicate with each other, right? This can communicate with that can communicate with this. Can create a VPC peering connection between VPCs in the same AWS account with a VPC in another AWS account, between VPCs in different region, between VPCs in different region. Yeah, between VPC in same region, within VPC in another AWS account, between VPCs in different regions. So now, VPC, you understood peering, the meaning of peering?
Means connecting. We are connecting between two VPCs.
Correct. So whatever is the traffic between these two VPCs, right, that will be routed privately from this VPC to that VPC. It is not related to some internet or something. Not through internet or something. With privately, this communication will happen. Both should have different ranges actually. VPC 1, say like this one VPC A and VPC B. So this is routed with this is paired with this one. So and so communication will happen between these two. Now say like A to B is A is paired with B. Now B is say like paired with C. Now B and C will communicate. A and B will communicate. A will not communicate with C.
Yeah.
Whatever pairing you are doing, you have to do exactly, explicitly. Dharma, I understood?
Yeah, yes, sir.
So VPC connections is not transitive. It's not transitive. VPC A is there, B is there, and C is there. So this is paired. Now these two are paired. A can communicate with B, B can communicate with A, B can communicate with C, C can communicate with B. But A cannot communicate with B, C, because explicitly that is not paired, right? So A cannot communicate with C. That is what is meaning of non-transitive. So VPC pairing is non-transitive. Like that, you'll see some term somewhere, non-transitive. Then don't get confused. Okay. So how we can do that pairing? VPC pairing. What are the options?
We have the VPC creator, right? So we can connect.
Somewhere option will be there, no? Tell me. How we can do? What will the first step? Create VPC and subnets. What is the second step? Create peering configuration. Okay?
Yeah.
We have to do it twice. From each VPC point of view, we have to do it 2 times. Okay? So, from both VPC point of view, we have to do. Then what else? Except there will be 2 VPCs, right? So one will be initiator, right? Requester. So one will be requester and one will be acceptor. So this requester will send the request. This acceptor has to accept it. Now, what else? Route table. That is important, right? Route table we have to change because the data will be transferred privately from this one VPC to another VPC, right? So where the traffic will go will be decided by route table, no? Correct?
Yes.
So in this one, you have the 2 VPCs. So whatever is the CIDR range of this B should be given to A, correct? Whatever is the range of A should be given to B. Then only it will route, no?
Yeah.
So we have to select the appropriate VPC peering ID in the target. Target means the gateway, right? So all these steps we have to follow, right? Then we can do that. So where we can do, we have created 2 subnets, right? 2 VPCs, right? There should not be the overlapping IP address. That is the mandatory thing for doing VPC pairing. Is that IP overlapping? IP, is that overlapping or different range?
Different range.
No, different range.
Different range. So if you have the overlapping IP addresses for different VPC, you have given 11.0.0, for this also you give the same one, then what will happen? It can take, but peering will not happen. Understood? So
Yeah.
how do we do peering? Very simple. Tell me, Natras, you have seen that option today. What is that option? Peering.
In the
Peering connections.
ones
Under
peering
VPC, peering
connections,
connections.
peering connections.
What is
The
that?
top of security,
Okay.
peering connections.
This one?
Yes.
Okay, good.
So we have to create new peering connection.
Okay, create peering connection.
Yes.
Okay.
So we have to give some name like peering VPC2, VPC3.
Okay.
So VPC, yeah.
Oh. Peer 2 to 3. Correct?
Yeah.
No?
Yeah.
Now, what we can say? Requester. Who is the requester?
3.
Requester is 3 or 2?
3.
Anything we can do. Our choice.
Anything we can do. Yeah, we can do.
So let's make 2 as the requester.
Okay.
It will send the request to 3.
Yeah.
Okay. Now it says this particular cider is there, right?
Yeah.
For the 2. Now what else? Select another VPC to pair with.
Acceptor.
That will be acceptor. So my account only I will use. AP South one only is okay. Acceptor. Who is the acceptor?
3.
3 is the acceptor. That is the range. Now you can give some tag here. So I'll just give some tag. I'll just say here 2-3. Here 2-3. So now I just create that peering connection, right? Click on create peering connection. It says successful.
Yeah.
Requested VPC ID. This one account, this one, so like that. This is requested VPC ID. This is accepted VPC ID. This is region. That is same region now. Requested VPC cider block is this. Accepted VPC cider block not known here, not mentioned here, right? So, anyways, doesn't matter. I say okay. Now what is happening?
It's created the peering. I mean, peering connection has been created successfully between 2 and 3.
Now what is remaining? What is the next step?
Routing table.
Create VPC, create peering configuration, right? Requester acceptor. So somebody has to accept the request, right?
Yes.
So here if you see, it says pending acceptance.
Yeah.
See? You request somebody, if they don't accept, that is of no use.
Yeah. Yeah.
So what we have to do? Tell me, where should I go?
We have to go. We have to accept by. In the VPC3, we have to accept.
Here you can we see in the action menu?
Yes. Go
This
to
one is deleted
VPC3.
one. Select this one. Go to action menu.
Yeah.
What is written?
Manage. Okay. Accept request.
Accept request, no?
Accept request.
So this is for my account only, right?
Yeah.
Both are in my account. Otherwise, request would have come to you. You could have rejected also. If I just request you, your VPC ID, if I mention, and if I send the request to you, it's up to you whether you want to pair your VPC with my VPC, right? You can reject. Then no peering will happen. But I want to just do some demo. I will just accept it. Accept VPC peering connection request, right? This account, that is also this account only. So it is just telling like that. Okay, accept it. Accepted. Understood? Now what happened?
Has created. Peer connection has been created. Peering connection.
So this is done, right? So now see the features. What is happening here? Look at it. What is that? Requester, acceptor,
Yeah.
all regions. Now here network range has come. Correct now?
Yes.
What is the next step? Route table. So without making changes to route table, no connection will go here or there. That's it. So what we have to do? We have to go to my VPC, your VPC, and then we have to look for route. Where is that? My VPC 2 is selected. Correct?
Yes.
Let's see. Come here. Where is that? I don't see it. It should be in subnet. Correct? Route table, where should it be?
Subnet.
Yeah. Look at this IP, VPC ID at least. This VPC ID, VPC 0 ending with a D. Correct? No, my VPC 2. Now you go to this subnet. Now say like subnet 1. This D ending in D. This is the one. Subnet 1. Right? So just select this. Do you have route table option here?
Yeah.
Click here. Correct now? So here you have option edit route table association. Correct? Right? So here this is the main route table only. Right? So we have not created a separate route table. So what we can do, we can create a separate route table also.
Yeah.
Right. So if you create a separate route table, that will be good.
Route tables, subnets, down to subnet. Yeah.
So we can create create a route table. Tell me what kind of route table you want.
VPC.
What is the name you want to give?
VPC2 route table 1. Route
Okay.
1.
VPC2 route 1. Okay. So here we can choose that VPC2.
Yeah.
Right. Add a tag. You can give something like that only. Name. We can choose that one. Right. We can say create. Now a route table is created. However, that route table is not associated anywhere, right? It's not main, but this is not even associated anywhere. Correct, no?
Actions.
So if you just select, yeah, in the action you have set main nodal, delete when this edit subnet association, right?
Yes.
That's good.
So here we can select. Yeah. Sub 1.
You can select with this. You can select with that. You can select with
both also we can.
Both also you can select, but your choice. Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you just select here,
Save.
say save. Now that route table is associated with two subnets. Explicitly it is associated. Right? If you just look at that route, you see only one thing is there. Correct now? Tell me. Only one is there, no?
Yeah, only one is there.
What we can do here? Think and tell.
Edit routes. Add route.
Very good.
11.0.1.
No 11 now. Think.
Okay, destination 12.
Yes. You want pairing, right?
Yeah.
12 dot
0 dot
0.0.0/16, that VPC.
Yeah.
The other VPC. Now, what should be the target?
Target is
Think and tell.
pairing connection.
Wow, very good. Very good. So that is the gateway, right? So
Yes.
this tier 2-3, right? This is the one, correct?
Yes.
Now we just click on save routes. We say close. What happened?
Routes created
This
successfully.
route,
And
which is associated with both the subnets of this,
yes,
right?
yes.
It is now route is there from here
Yeah.
to there. Making sense?
Yes.
Right. Good. Very good. So now if we just do for another one also, right?
Mm-hmm.
Tell me, needed or not? Shall we get another route?
Yes.
Okay, tell me.
Create
All our choice, whatever we wish, we can do. Yeah.
VPC3.
Okay.
Route 1.
Okay.
Okay, VPC. Here we have to select VPC 3.
Okay.
Add tag name. P23. Yeah.
We'll give that only.
Save, create.
Okay.
Okay, tag name already exists, so I have to change something.
Now association. VPC3 should not exist. VPC2 exists.
Now
what we can do with this one? VPC3.
Just a second.
Yeah.
Okay. I cannot give the peer value as the same, peer 2, 3 or something.
Correct.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Now I can create. Oh, what is it saying? Name tag already has a value. To change the tag value, use the name.
No, you created this VPC route 1, VPC3 route 1.
Yeah.
Now, subnet association you go to. Is there any subnet associated?
Just a second. Okay. No, I didn't create a VPC3 route actually.
Why?
It is some problem came. Okay, let me create. Just give me a second. VPC3.
I think you are giving same name tag both.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Route 1. Okay. Okay, add tag. Yeah, I created without tag. I created. Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
no problem. You can give tag here.
Okay.
Yeah, you can just come here. You can select, edit. Here you type whatever you wish.
Yeah, done.
Done, right? Now, See here, it's showing two subnets, explicit subnet association 2. Here nothing is
Yeah.
there, right?
Yes, nothing is there.
So how we were doing earlier, we were going here and we were doing edit subnet association from
Edit
there
subnet,
in the
yeah.
action menu, or you can come to this subnet association, you can click on
Subnet
edit subnet
association.
association, both are same.
Edit subnet. Yeah.
Yeah. Now you can select both the subnets
Yes.
and you can say save. Now both the subnets are associated here also. So these are the subnets part of VPC3. Those two subnets part of VPC2. Right?
Yeah.
Now you have the subnet associated. You have the route, correct?
Yeah. Yeah.
So here, what is the route? Only this much. You go to
Yes.
edit route.
Edit route.
You go to
Add
add
route.
route. What route you want to add?
Okay, 11 dot. It's vice versa, right? So 11 dot.
Correct. So now, what will happen if I choose pairing connection, pair 2, 3? If I say save routes, route successfully edited.
Yes.
What happened now? From this you can go to that. From that you can come to this. Correct now?
Yes.
So route also allowed now. Correct?
Yes. Yes.
So we have to do the same thing in both the directions in order to have the correct peering connection. Right? Both ways it should be able to communicate. Correct now?
Yes.
So now that is what about peering. So now how you can test it?
Your VPCs.
You can create instances, right, in both the VPCs and try to communicate from one instance to another instance.
Yeah.
Right? You can try to ping that IP address. You can try to SSH that IP address from the EC2 instance in one availability zone of one VPC to the availability zone, another availability zone of another VPC, right? You can try to do all the communication. All traffic should be routed privately, right, from one to another one. Understood? So I think we are good for today, right? What we will do in the next session, right? We will discuss about the basics of networking. Okay. So we'll discuss some basics of networking, some netting. We'll discuss about CIDR, right? We'll discuss about internet gateway, right? How it will allow you communication, right, between the VPCs and the internet. We'll also discuss about NAT gateway, right? Natting and NAT gateway. What is the purpose? So these things we will be discussing tomorrow. Is that okay? And then we'll have about NACL, right? What is the difference between security group and NACL, right? Then about CloudWatch, CloudTrail, some key management system, some trusted advisor, load balancing, auto scaling, database services. So these things we'll be discussing tomorrow, right? For today, I think we are good. Just try to go through some. Just try to get some basic information. Meanwhile, right? Try to look for CIDR block.
Yeah.
CIDR block AWS, something like that. You search. Okay, something is coming. So just try to look for that. Meanwhile, you do some self study about the VPC. Okay.
I think you can stop the recording session.
Yeah, sure. Okay. So thanks, Dharma. So I'm just stopping
Yeah,
the recording. Yeah. We'll meet again tomorrow. Yeah, thanks.